Okay, so this is the beginning of a month long, maybe a little longer, maybe a little shorter, just depends on how it progresses, of diving into what it is that Surya Namaskar is, what the sun salutation is. We're going to be adding other things, but basically that's going to be our focus. And the focus will be on keeping the body in balance, understanding why yoga in the first place, right? And in my mind, why yoga in the first place is so that we are in that space of equanimity, no matter what we're doing, no matter what's happening around us. And these asanas teach us that. These asanas teach us how to be able to be that when we're not on the mat. During the practice, I'd like you to bring yourself back when you feel the body shifting, when you feel the purpose of what we're doing is to guide you into that space of calmness, of equanimity, of recognizing what that is so that you can have it with you at all times. And that's not to say that it's going to be 24/7, because we're human and we have emotions and we need to feel those emotions, right? But it's understanding that we feel the emotions and then let them go and not hold on to them and carry them on our back or on our shoulders or on our head. So anyway, so this is all of these asanas, this process teach that. We're learning it on the mat, but I would like you to be able to apply them off the mat, which is where we need them most. So that being said, I'm going to put this on speaker mode. And you guys, if you want to look at gallery, do so, but because we're recording, I'm putting it on speaker, okay? All righty. So please sit comfortably as you possibly can. Make sure your back is straight, your neck is straight, and your head is straight. I'm sitting like this because I'm comfortable like this. But I'd like you to sit however you're comfortable. As you're breathing in, bring your shoulders up, take them back, and as you're breathing out, just gently drop them. Feel the shoulder blades going toward each other. If you're wearing glasses, take them off, and bring your hands in your lap, right palm holding the left hand, both palms facing toward the sky, and the thumbs gently touching each other. Breathe in through your nose, and breathe out through the center of your lips, and gently close your eyes. Breathing in through your nose, and out through the center of the lips. Let the breath set the pace. Don't try to set the pace. Don't try to control the breath. Just let the breath set the pace. Breathing in through your nose and out through the center of the lips. Observe what's happening in the body. Breathing this way, the body gets a signal that it's time to relax, that we're making the space for healing and for relaxation, and the body responds. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the center of the lips. And release that breath through the center of the lips and breathe in and out through your nostrils. Again, don't try to set a pace. Just let the breath guide you. I'd like you to observe your mind at this moment. The thoughts are coming and going. And just observe them as they come and as they go. I'd like you to focus on the center between your eyebrows, that space. I don't want you to go into your brain. I want you to stay on the surface, on your skin, between your eyebrows, the level of Ajna Chakra. Visualize looking at that center between the eyebrows. Your eyes may shift so that you can see toward that space. Visualize a point of light in that space. Visualize the healing that occurs from that point of light. Healing through strength, healing through compassion, healing through balance, begin with your breath at your belly. Breathing in and breathing out, still focusing on that light between your eyebrows. Breathing in and breathing out at the belly. Now begin with the breath at the belly and take it toward the chest and fill the chest. And release from the chest and release from the belly. Still focusing on Ajna Chakra, that space between the eyebrows. Breathing in, beginning at the belly, taking it to the chest. And breathing out, releasing from the chest and releasing from the belly. Now we'll take it a step further into a full yogic breath. Breathing in, filling the belly, filling the chest, and then taking the breath toward the clavicle, toward the shoulders. And as you're breathing out, releasing from the shoulders, releasing from the chest, and releasing from the belly, and still focusing on the space between the eyebrows. Now release that breath and focus on that point at the belly button, Manipur chakra. As you're breathing in, become aware of rising into Anahat chakra, that chakra at the center of the chest. And as you continue to breathe in, be aware of the Shuddhi, that chakra at the base of the throat. And observe how the energy flows into that light. And as you're breathing out, be aware of that energy coming from that light into the Shuddhi at the base of the throat, the center of the chest at Anahat, and finishing the breath out at Manipur at the belly button. Breathing in, activating Manipur, activating Anahat, activating the Shuddhi, and rising into Agna. And as you breathe out, feel the flow, that connection between Agna, the Shuddhi, Anahat, and Manipur. Continue observing the breath, observing the energy, observing prana as it rises, stopping at each energy center, each chakra, and observe it as it flows down, back to Manipur, to the belly button. Visualize a stream of light, beautiful stream of light, as it rises from Manipur, from the belly button, through the center of the chest at Anahat, and Vishuddhi at the base of the throat, into Agna at the center of the brain. Observe it as it lovingly descends from Agna to Vishuddhi, to Anahat, and Manipur. Visualize that light. Feel that light, that pranic energy. And slowly and gently, with your next exhalation, release the pathway of the chakras and remain in the light. Sarvetra Sukhinam Santu Sarve Santo Niramaya Sarve Patrani Pasyantu Makashe Tukamapina. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunatu Saharvedyam Sarvabhahe Tejasvinavati Tamastu Om. Shanti. 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 May every being be happy. May every being be free from all diseases. May every being feel and appear blissful. May there not be trace of sorrow within any being. Bless us so we may live together. We may be nourished together and learn the brilliance of this knowledge together, leading to self-unfoldment without any sense of pride, prejudice, or ego. May peace prevail along our bodies and our minds. May peace prevail throughout all the celestial bodies in the cosmos. And may peace prevail along our journey to self-realization. May peace prevail. Om Shanti. Keeping your eyes closed, bring your hands on your knees with your palms facing toward the sky. Fingers are extended, but they're relaxed. We'll be chanting Om 5 times. Om is A-U-M. Don't try to extend it. Don't try to control it. Just allow it to happen. Be aware of the center of your chest. As you chant, be aware of that vibration that begins there and reverberates throughout the entire body and beyond. Be aware of the palms of your hands, receiving at the palms of the hands. Your fingers are extended and relaxed. And in this mudra, in this hand position, you're receiving. You're open to receiving. And you will receive as we chant. That pranic energy will settle in your hand. Be aware of the crown of your head, of connecting through the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in, and we'll begin. Om. 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 Without moving, be aware of your hands. They may feel heavy. They may feel like you're holding something, and you are. Without moving, become aware of where in the body you need some extra help, or there may be pain, discomfort, imbalance, remember, the brain is part of the body, and in this case, so is the mind. And at this moment, place your hands wherever there's that disturbance. If it's your brain, place your hands on your head. If it's the monkey mind that doesn't settle down, also place your hands on your head. And visualize the hands as a blanket of energy, of loving, compassionate energy. Observe that energy being transferred from the hands to that space in your body with love, with compassion. When you feel that your hands have given everything they needed to give and that they're light now, bring them back in your lap. The right palm holding the left hand, both palms facing toward the sky, and the thumbs gently touching each other. Take your time. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, mentally chant Om. Breathe in again. And as you're breathing out, become aware of this body, this stillness. Go beyond the physical to that awareness of that stillness. Breathe in one more time. And as you're breathing out, let the breath begin at the crown of your head and flow throughout that stillness in the body, all the way down to the tips of your toes, with love, with compassion, with gratitude. Om Shanti. Namaste. Keep your eyes closed for a moment. I'd like you to set your intention for this practice. Why are you here? Your sankalpa. It's a very personal choice that you're making in setting your intention. There is no wrong or right answer. Just make sure that you're using positive words when you're setting it. And slowly and gently, when you're ready, open your eyes. How do you? All righty, if your legs are bent like mine, bring your knees together and extend the legs. Excuse me. Wiggle your toes, let the feet come alive, let the legs come alive. Maybe massage them a little bit if you feel that you need to. And let them wake up. So I don't know if you noticed, but we began with a centering in such a way to set the tone for the practice. And that's why we do the centering the way we do. Our centering may be a little longer than in most cases, but it's so that we can set the tone for our practice. In doing that, the asanas that you perform, the way that the body moves, has already been established through the centering. You're able to move through the asanas, hopefully, right? In a more calm, in a more focused and present way. So Centering isn't just get on the mat. Yeah, no, it's a process, right? So that the practice itself carries that throughout it. It's a deliberate attempt to bring you to the mat, to bring you here to the present and release anything that's been going on this morning or yesterday or will be going on later. So that's the reason for it, in case you're wondering, or if you've ever wondered why we take so long in the centering, that's why. It almost replaces the final meditation, right? But our final meditation is actually usually Yoga Nidra. So we begin with this. So we are going to be addressing or looking into Surya Namaskar today, to the sun salutation. The way we're going to be doing it is in a very slow, very mindful way. So slow that today we're only going to be doing one of the postures of Surya Namaskar. Now we'll be doing other postures as well, but at the end we'll be addressing Surya Namaskar, the sun salutation. We'll be doing one of the postures. When you do Surya Namaskar, or when you do the sun salutation, whether it's one posture or whether you do all the postures, you want to follow it with Shavasana, the corpse pose, so that the body can assimilate and digest that which you did during the asana. It gives the body time to process it. Why am I harping on Surya Namaskar, on the sun salutation? That sequence of asanas is very powerful. You're bending forward, you're bending backward, you're flexing that spine. But it's more than that. It's a dance. It's a dance that you're taking your body through, and you're coordinating the breath with it. Now you may settle into an asana and breathe in and breathe out in a state of relaxation in that asana. But as you're breathing in, or as you're going in or out of the posture, you'll either be breathing in or breathing out. And that brings everything together. That brings the body into a rhythm. It brings the body into its own rhythm. It honors that which you are. And that's, to me, that's the beauty and the core of this sequence of events in Surya Namaskar. It's not just postures, it's a series of postures, but each posture in and of itself is very powerful. So as we're going through it, settling into each posture in a relaxed manner is essential. It's important. It's the base of what yoga is. But being able to stay in a posture in a steady and relaxed manner. For those of you that are thinking, okay, I can't do Yastang Namaskar, or Bhujangasana is very hard for me transitioning. We are going to be adapting each one of the postures. So today we're just going to be doing Pranamasana, but I am going to help you adapt each of the postures so that your body can do it, okay? No judgment. And understand, please, don't judge the body as to whether it's doing it the way it normally is done, or that you need to adjust. No judgment. This is what the body can do, and God, we're so fortunate that it can do it. So, but what I do want to do is take the time for you to understand where the body is at this moment with each posture, so that you can do it in a comfortable manner. Now, there may be a sense of discomfort thinking of a couple of the postures, because up until now, they have been really hard on you. But we're going to do them in such a way that your body doesn't feel pain, that your body feels the effect of the posture in a painless way. I want you to be able to relax in each of the postures, whether it's the knees, the wrists, the elbows. You know, each of us has a different part of the body that may be struggling. Now, what you might find is as you practice this in this way, that part of the body may start gaining strength. May or may not. I'm just suggesting that if you practice it daily, there may be a strengthening of that part of the body. Why? Because even though you're not using it, you've got that energy flowing through it. Meaning using it, meaning even if you're not on your knees, we'll say, if the thighs are actually helping the knees and resting, that energy will be flowing through there anyway. So it will have that healing, that fluid effect in the body, because that's what we want. We want to break up any obstacles that we have physically in the body. And sometimes the obstacles aren't physical. Sometimes the obstacles are emotional and are being manifested in the body. And this will help. This process will help with the emotional, with the psychological, with that sometimes we have that barrier that I can't do this because I've never been able to do this, but we're going to break it down so that you can do it, so that you can do it in your own way. It's the same posture, but just adapted to you. So yeah, that's, I wanted to make sure that you understood this. And Surya Namaskar for me was a healing series of events. And every time that you do this practice, you gain something different from it. You learn something different. I don't care. I've been doing it for 20 years. And every time I do it, there's a different aha moment. And I think that's what you'll find when you're tuning in, right? When you're paying attention, when you become in tune with what the body is doing. So yesterday, during meditation, I taught a meditation technique, a focusing technique. And I want to share it today, I think. I think it's important because the more I thought about it, integrating that practice with this practice that we're going to be doing of Surya Namaskar, integrating both of them together is a beautiful way of getting in touch with a subtler part of our being. And it's important because why are we doing this in the first place? Sure, physically, we want to be stronger, we want to be healthier, but ultimately, what we want is peace, right? What we want is balance. And so bringing all this together and learning about that subtlety will help. So I'm going to put the cart before the horse, and I'm going to teach you this technique before we even do any asana, because I want to make sure that we address it. So it's called Anapana. And this focusing technique is what you learn if you go, for example, to Vipassana, which is that 10-day silent retreat. We learned that for 3 days, that's all we did. For basically 8 to 10 hours a day, this is all we did for 3 days. And the purpose was for us to be able to tune in to that subtler aspect of ourselves when we started the other part of the practice. So the way I see it, I think this will help you tune in to the subtler aspect of yourself as we're doing the Surya Namaskar. It would be good if you practiced it at home, even if you just practiced it for 2 minutes. It would be really valuable because what it's going to do for you at a subtle level is quite formidable. So just set a timer, and start with 2 minutes and do the practice. And then you may find that you're not going to want to even come out of the practice. But start with the 2 minutes if it seems like it's too much for you. And then maybe start adding to it, or just keep it at 2 minutes. But even at 2 minutes a day, it'll make a difference. So Anapana. If you have my book, for those of you that have my book, go to that chapter and review it, and see the value of it, or the effect, and actually you can look at the instructions in there on how to do it. So let me explain it to you, and then we'll do it together. And I'll be guiding you through it. So Anapana is focusing, you're breathing out in and out through your nostrils, and you're focusing on this part of your face. So I call it the upper lip, but it's not the lip. It's this part between the lip and the nostrils, okay? Right above the lip. And the focus is there. As you're breathing in and as you're breathing out, I want you to focus on the breath as it's flowing and passing and touching that part of your face. Because what happens is the breath flows and it touches that part of the face. So I want you to become aware of that happening. You may not be able to feel it just yet, but I want you to be focused on just that area as we're doing it. What'll happen is initially you may not feel it at all, but as you practice, the flow of that breath is going to eventually feel like a hurricane. You'll be feeling it as very strong, which will be very incredibly astounding, since when you began, you couldn't feel anything at all. Or for some of you, you may feel it right away. I know that I, at the beginning, thought, why are we doing this? I can't feel a thing. And as time went by, as the hours went by, as my mind would drift and it would come back to what it was I was doing, pretty soon, I could feel the breath going across my upper lip. So that's what I'm hoping for you. Just so you know, I never teach anything that I haven't experienced, okay? So I will never guide you blindly. If I teach you something or if I guide you, it's because I've experienced it. Now, your experience may be different, but I've experienced it. So therefore, I'm able to guide you. I will never guide you in something that I don't know anything about or that I've only read about. I have to have been able to experience it. So, and when I tell you that this is so valuable, it's because it was so valuable for me. So we will begin. I want you to, if your legs are crossed, extend the legs, stretch the toes, wiggle the feet. I want you to come out of whatever position you're in and now go back into the position, maybe with your legs crossed or extended, whatever is comfortable for you. If you're more comfortable sitting in a chair, you can do that. And I'd like you to place your hands. You can place them in your lap. You can place them on your knees. There is no mudra that you need to focus on. I like, as you know, I like bringing my hands in my lap. That's just my go-to mudra. That's just where I'm comfortable. And this is where the circuit is completed, right? When we put our hands in this position. But if at this time it doesn't feel right, just put your hands wherever it is you want. So like on your knees would be fine, facing down, facing up, whatever it is that's good for you today, okay? So we're going to be breathing in and out through the nostrils. Make sure your back is straight, your neck is straight, and gently close your eyes. And I'd like you to breathe in and breathe out through the nostrils. Forget about belly breath, forget about yogic breath for now. I just want you to focus on breathing in and out through the nostrils and focusing on that space between your lip and your nose. Again, don't worry about where the breath is going otherwise. Just focus on it entering the body and exiting the body and how it feels on the upper lip. Don't try to make the breath stronger so that you can feel it more. Make it a nice, even, gentle breath, just a normal breath, in and out through your nostrils. If your nostrils are plugged, bring your hands under into your armpits so that hands go in the armpits, the thumbs go at the chest, and squeeze. And stay here, squeezing. This will help to unplug the nostrils, unplug the sinuses. If you're very plugged up, it may not make a difference, but give it a shot and see if it'll help you. If you're not plugged up, continue to breathe in and out through your nostrils with your hands in whatever position you want. And just focus on that space between the nose and the upper lip. For those of you that have your hands in your armpits, now bring your hands down into your lap and just breathe. Now, I want you to bring your focus to that space between your eyebrows. Don't go into the brain, just between the eyebrows. Tilt your eyes in that direction. Focus on that bright light. Focus on the warmth of that bright light. And release the eyes. And bring your focus down. Let it slip down the face, down the nose, and rest on your upper lip, that space between your lip and your nostril. And just breathe. If your mind starts to wander, it's okay. Just bring it back. Bring the focus back to that breath as it's flowing, as it's touching the skin. No judgment, just focusing on how that breath feels. Feel the coolness as it enters the nostrils. Feel the warmth of it as it's leaving the nostrils. Possibly feel the coolness as it's passing over the upper lip as it's entering the nostrils. And possibly feel the warmth of it as it goes past that upper lip, as it's flowing out of the nostrils. With the focus continuing to be on that breath going past that upper lip, I want you to take the breath and beginning at the belly and incorporate the belly breath. Breathing in, you're filling the belly. And you're breathing out, you're deflating the belly. Aware of the breath only going to the belly and observing the breath as it's going past the upper lip. Now we'll fill the belly as we breathe in and guide it to the chest, aware of the breath going to the belly and then to the chest, and releasing from the chest and releasing from the belly, and still focused on the breath as it flows past the upper lip. And now, as you breathe in, take the breath to the belly, take it to the chest, take it up toward your clavicle, the shoulders. And as you're breathing out, release from the shoulders, release from the chest, release from the belly, and still focus on that space and that breath flowing past the upper lip. Full yogic breath. Excuse me. Continue to take your yogic breath and continue to focus on the upper lip. Release the yogic breath as you're exhaling, and let the breath be in any way, shape, or form it wants to be. Let your focus continue on the upper lip. Some of you may find you want to continue the yogic breath, and that's okay. Some of you may find that you are releasing all type of breath and just focusing on that upper lip, and that's okay. Do whatever is coming naturally to you at this moment in time. But still focus on the breath at the upper lip. And slowly and gently be aware of that breath. Release the focus on the upper lip. Be aware of the breath entering the body. And be aware of the breath leaving the body. Become aware of the sounds around you. Your eyes are closed. Be aware of the environment around you, where things are in this room. Become aware of the temperature of the environment around you and how it feels on your skin. Become aware of the taste in your mouth. The scent in the air. Slowly and gently wiggle your toes, very gently. Wiggle your fingers. Be aware of this physical body. Slightly open your eyes once and close them. Open them again and close them. And now open them one last time when you're ready and keep them open. This is Anapana. It's a very profound practice. Some of you may have felt it today. If you didn't, that's okay. With the practice, you'll start feeling it more and more. So why did we practice this before doing the asanas? Because I want you to be able to feel. Now you've become more subtle. Now you've become more in tune. And it'll be easier as a result for you to feel the rest of the practice. So we're going to do the first asana of sun salutation of Surya Namaskar. Bring your palms together and bring your thumbs at your voice box. Index finger and middle finger are cradling the chin. Close your eyes. Now this is not Pranamasana. This is the preparation for that first asana. And why this preparation right now? Because this helps you to go into the asana the way it needs to be done. So I want you to notice the relaxed arms, the palms are relaxed, they're touching each other. Breathe in, close your eyes, and as you're breathing out, start sliding the palms down your chest, as far down as you can without opening the hands, so that the base of the hands are still touching each other. So it'll come roughly at chest height. I want you to feel the difference in your arms, in your shoulders, in your shoulder sockets, throughout your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, the backs of your hands, the palms of your hands. I'd like you to focus on the palms at the moment and try to separate the tips of the pinkies, of your pinky fingers. Separate just the tips and now bring them together. Separate the tips of the ring finger if you can, and now bring them together. Separate the middle fingertips and bring them together. Separate the index finger tips and bring them together. Now separate the thumbs, the tips of the thumbs, and bring them together. Be aware of what parts of the fingers are touching each other. Be aware of what parts of the palms are touching each other. Become aware of that space in the center of your chest, your Agna chakra. Anahat chakra, your heart center, where our essence resides. Become aware of the state of peace that this asana brings. But I want you to be aware of the strength that you might be feeling because of the position of the arms. They invoke a sense of strength, and the palms coming together invoke a sense of peace, a sense of love, sense of balance and compassion. Slowly and gently, release the hands. You can place them in your lap and just let them relax for a moment. Feel the difference in the arms. If you want to stretch the arms, do so. And then bring them back in your lap. Feel the difference in your hands and in the wrists. And one more time, bring the thumbs together at the voice box. Index finger and middle finger cradling the chin. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, slide the palms down your chest. Once you've settled in the position for your palms, settle comfortably. Allow yourself to relax here. Allow yourself to feel that sense of well-being, that sense of peace. Bringing both hemispheres of the brain together. Bringing both sides of our energy fields together. Bringing the feminine and the masculine together. And creating balance. Slowly and gently, release your hands. If you need to extend the arms and stretch them, do so, and then bring them back in your lap. Keep your eyes closed. Please don't open your eyes. Let this be a full experience. And one more time, thumbs at the voice box, index finger and middle finger cradling the chin. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, slide your hands down your chest until they stop at a relaxed position. Palms are pressing on each other, the fingers are pressing, but relax. Settle into this posture. Be aware of what's happening at a physical level. Be aware of what's happening deeper at a more subtle level. Observe. Don't try to name it, just observe it. And slowly and gently release your hands. Keep your eyes closed. And become aware of the effect of this posture at a physical level and at a more subtle level. Be aware of the center of your chest, your Anahata chakra. And slowly and gently, without opening your eyes, lie down on your back in Shavasana, in corpse pose, please, with your head toward your computer. We're going to be doing Yoga Nidra. So if you need a blanket, please get a blanket. Get whatever it is you need to be the most comfortable. But please make sure that your head is toward the computer. Lie in Shavasana. If Shavasana is not comfortable for you, lie in whatever asana is comfortable for you. Use any props that you need under your knees, if you need them. If you need a pillow, get a pillow and put it under your head. Cover your body with a blanket. But above all, I want you to be comfortable. Your feet are apart, whatever it is comfortable for you. 6 inches, 12 inches, 18 inches, whatever that is. Your arms are at your side, but they're not touching the body. The palms are facing toward the sky. If you're lying in Shavasana, if you're lying in another posture, whatever it is that's comfortable for you in that posture. Or if you're sitting in a chair, whatever it is that's comfortable for you while sitting in the chair, but make sure your feet are grounded either on the floor or on a stool. Don't let your feet dangle. Let the feet be well supported. And I'd like you to tighten your toes, tighten your feet and your ankles, tighten your calves, tighten the knees and the thighs, tighten your hips, tighten your belly, tighten the chest, tighten your arms, make a fist of your hands. Don't tighten the neck. Squeeze the face, squeeze all the muscles in the face and hold it, and now release it all at the same time. And find that space of relaxation within your body, lying in Shavasana. Turn your face to the right, bring it back to center. Turn your face to the left, bring it back to center, and find where center is the most comfortable for you. Make sure your neck is straight and that you're not tilting the head back. You can do this by just tucking the chin in just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little, enough to extend the neck. Make sure you're comfortable. And start becoming aware of your breath as you're breathing in and as you're breathing out. When you're breathing in, your belly rises. And when you're breathing out, your belly goes down. Become aware of that. Breathing in, the stomach rises. And breathing out, the stomach goes down. Become aware of any scent in the air. Become aware of any taste in your mouth or the lack of taste in the mouth. Become aware of the temperature of the environment around you. Your eyes are closed, but be aware of where everything is in the room in which you are. And become aware of the sounds around you. And you're breathing in and breathing out. Bring your sankalpa to you. What is your sankalpa, your intention for today? And the practice of Yoga Nidra now begins. Become aware of your right thumb, your right index finger, your right middle finger, your ring finger, and your little finger, all 5 fingers. Become aware of the back of your hand, the palm of your hand, your wrist, your forearm, your right elbow, your right upper arm, your right armpit, the right side of your chest, the right side of your waist, your right hip, your right thigh, your right knee, your right shin, your right ankle, your heel, the top of your right foot, the sole of the right foot, your right big toe, your second toe, your third toe, your fourth toe, your fifth toe. Feel the flow of prana throughout your right side. And now let's shift to the left thumb, the left index finger, the left middle finger, the left ring finger, the left little finger, all 5 left fingers, the back of your left hand, the palm of your left hand, your left wrist, your left forearm, your left elbow, upper arm, left armpit, the left side of your chest, the left side of your waist, your left hip, your left thigh, your knee, your shin, your ankle, your heel, the top of your left foot, the sole of your left foot, your left big toe, your second toe, your third toe, your fourth toe, and your fifth toe. The whole left side. Become aware of the back side of your legs, your right buttock, your left buttock, your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, your shoulder blades, your shoulders, the back side of your neck, the sides of your neck, the back of your head, your entire scalp, your forehead, your right eyebrow, your left eyebrow, your right eye, your left eye, your right ear, your left ear, your right nostril, your left nostril, your nose, your right cheek, your left cheek, your upper lip, your lower lip, your upper jaw, your lower jaw, your throat, the base of your throat, your arms, both arms, your chest, your whole chest, your abdomen, your whole abdomen, your hips, your whole hip and pelvic area, and both legs all the way down to the toes. Become aware of the pranic energy flowing. Become aware of each cell vibrating in this pranic energy. Be aware of the center of your brain. A bright light shining in the center of the brain, radiating throughout the entire brain, radiating into both eyes, into your ear canals and your ears, into your sinuses, throughout the cheeks, into your entire mouth, the entire head filled with this light. Now visualize this light as a string of light, and visualize it flowing down through the throat and stopping at the base of the throat. Visualize it radiating at the base of the throat. Now visualize the same light flowing down the chest and stopping at the center of the chest. Visualize it radiating throughout both arms. Visualize it radiating throughout your entire chest, your entire upper back and middle back. And now observe that string of light flowing down the center of your abdomen and stopping at the belly button, radiating throughout the entire abdomen, entire back. Become aware of this light vibrating and pulsating. And now visualize it as it flows to the tip of your spine. Become aware of it radiating, vibrating, beautiful healing energy. Now bring it to the base of the pelvic area. That string flowing and stopping at the base of the pelvis. And that light radiating throughout your entire hips and flowing down the legs, all the way down to the tips of your toes. Your whole body is illuminated in this healing light, in this pranic energy. Become aware of that light. Become aware of its effect. Feel its effect in the entire body. That vibration. And start becoming aware of it going beyond the body. The entire skin part, outer part of the body, illuminated in this bright light, this bright healing light. Become aware of that light extending 2 inches beyond the body, radiating, creating a comforting, a healing surface around your entire body. Feel it beneath you, between you and the ground below you. And now let's extend our awareness of that light 6 inches beyond our skin and become aware of being that being of light, illuminating, vibrating, being. Become aware of being. And slowly and gently be aware of filling the whole room that you're in with this light. A beautiful cocoon, immersed completely in love, completely in balance, in harmony, with a tremendous amount of ease. Now start bringing that light back and that awareness back to that light in the body. Become aware of the sounds around you. Be aware of your breath as it's entering your body. And be aware of it as it's leaving your body. The awareness of the sound of that breath, the sounds that are around you. Become aware of the objects that are in the room around you that have been bathed in that beautiful light. Become aware of the environment, the temperature on your skin. Become aware of the taste of your mouth or the lack of taste in your mouth. Be aware of any scent in the air. And at this moment, bring your sankalpa to you, your intention. Let this rest in this beautiful energy within you and around you. Become aware of this beautiful body that you've been gifted. Slowly and gently point your toes away from you and relax them. Make a fist of your hands and hold them tight and relax them. Bring your knees to your chest and hold on to them. And now relax them. Extend the feet and the legs. Interlace your fingers and stretch your arms overhead and point your toes. Tilt to the right and tilt to the left. And release your hands and release the feet. Relax them and lie in Shavasana again. Now extend your right arm overhead on the ground and turn on to your right side. Don't get up, please. Bend your left knee and bring it on the ground in front of you. And place your left hand on the ground in front of you as well. So the right leg is extended. The left knee is bent and on the ground in front of you. Your left hand is on the ground and your head is resting on your right upper arm. In this position, any stiffness that may have settled in your back will work itself out. Become aware of the journey of this body. Become aware of being the custodian of this body and listening and the ability to tune in to what this body needs. Slowly and gently, please take your time. Use your arms, don't use your back, and push yourself up into a seated position facing me. with your eyes closed. Bring your hands in your lap, right palm holding the left hand, both palms facing toward the sky, and the thumbs gently touching each other. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, mentally chant Om. Put your mind where your heart is, and put your heart where your mind is. And let that be what guides you. Om Shanti. Namaste. And slowly, very, very slowly, please take your time, excuse me, and very gently open your eyes. Hari Om. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Margie.
My